Welcome back, gamers. Today, we're diving into the thrilling world of video games to bring you a curated list of the top must-play titles that deserve a spot on every player's bucket list. From heart-pounding adventures to mind-bending puzzles, these games are an absolute must for any gaming enthusiast. So grab your controller, hit that play button, and let's embark on an epic gaming journey together. Number 10. Pokémon Red and Blue. In an era when developers are devoting more and more time and resources to graphical fidelity, often at the expense of gameplay or quality control, the first generation of Pokémon games serves as a reminder that flashy graphics are absolutely not necessary for a game to be great. These deep and engrossing RPGs boast complex strategy, a strong sense of adventure, and a huge endgame objective that has undoubtedly influenced the creation of modern trophy and achievement systems. Number 9. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Single-handedly coded by game development virtuoso Chris Sawyer, Roller Coaster Tycoon was the top-selling game in the United States in 1999 and the second bestseller in 2000 and 2001. Remarkable sales performance for a game created by a single person, possibly helped by its inclusion in cereal boxes. Number 8. Guitar Hero. Part of a mid-2000s mini-revolution in video game input devices, Guitar Hero introduced a novel way of interacting with music and brought the joy of playing the guitar to an audience who may have never picked up the instrument otherwise. At a time when video game soundtracks had already become a new form of marketing for musicians, Guitar Hero elevated the soundtrack to center stage, boosting sales for old and new artists, as well as inspiring a whole new generation of rhythm games. Number 7. Gran Turismo 3. The Gran Turismo franchise has been so influential that series director Kazunori Yamauchi has received an award for his contribution to car culture. While many pundits cite the series' first entry in 1998 as the greatest racing game of all time, 2001's Gran Turismo 3 is really the ultimate expression of the original formula. Closely fought racing in everything from economical hatchbacks to purpose-built race cars, with near-realistic handling. Number 6. Chrono Trigger. The mid-90s saw some legendary 16-bit JRPGs, such as Final Fantasy VI and Dragon Quest VI, but Chrono Trigger was basically the video game equivalent of a rock supergroup, bringing together Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi, Dragon Quest creator Yuji Horii, and Dragon Ball mastermind Akira Toriyama. Number 5. GoldenEye 007. In 1997, first-person shooters were regarded as strictly PC games, partly due to the processing power required to run them, and partly due to the control scheme. They were also essentially a variation on Whack-A-Mole, the gameplay relying on fast reaction times more than stealth or strategy. GoldenEye 007 broke both of those paradigms and became an instant classic. Number 4. HalfLife. In 1998, Valve announced itself to the world with HalfLife, which demolished the FPS genre completely and rebuilt it from the ground up. The 90s had been dominated by games like Wolfenstein, Doom, and Duke Nukem 3D, run-and-gun fantasy theme parks with macho protagonists. But Half-Life put players in the shoes of unassuming scientist Gordon Freeman, armed initially with a mere crowbar. Number 3. Super Mario 64. Released in 1996 as one of only 3 launch titles on the Nintendo 64, Super Mario 64 marked Mario's transition from 2D to 3D platforming. There had been 3D games before Super Mario 64, but they had been clunky to pad-only affairs. The advent of the analog stick allowed Super Mario 64 to be the first 3D game to really nail the control scheme and left an indelible mark on console game design, influencing every single 3D game to come after it. The stacks of collectible content and multiple level objectives also ensured long-term replayability. It is still an extremely popular game today, with a vibrant modding and speedrunning community. Number 2. Grand Theft Auto. Nowadays, games with open worlds are everywhere, and while Grand Theft Auto 3 wasn't the first open world game, it was the one that put them on the map. The first of a trio of legendary GTA games for the PlayStation 2, it spawned countless copycat franchises and has informed game design in almost every genre ever since, from racing games like Forza Horizon to RPGs like The Witcher 3. A common target for anti-video game groups due to its portrayals of sex and violence, GTA 3 also broke new ground in terms of subject matter, allowing video games to shed their childish image and move into the realms of more mature content. Number 1. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. On June 27, 1999, Tony Hawk became the world's first skateboarder to land a 900. 2 days later, Neversoft released Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on the original PlayStation, rushing to include the trick. The game garnered critical acclaim, but its 2000 sequel, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, is often hailed as the greatest ever PlayStation release with a Metascore of 98. THVS 2 boasted superior graphics, fresh tricks, and a beloved skatepark editor, while its exaggerated physics facilitated massive air and endless combos. Thank you for joining us on this epic journey through the top video games you absolutely need to play at least once. From heart-pounding adventures to mind-bending puzzles, these gaming experiences are sure to leave a lasting impression. So, grab your controllers and embark on these unforgettable quests to discover the magic of gaming at its finest. Happy gaming, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting content.